G'day guys, Mac with the Hour Circle. Obviously, everything worldwide is slowly going into lockdown with this coronavirus and all this sort of thing. Look, all I've got to say on it is don't panic, wash your hands, and don't eat fucking bats. Like, come on. Anyway, right now there's a bunch of Warhammer games in the background in this video. It doesn't really have anything to do with the video, I'll be honest. There's just a lot of Warhammer games out there. In fact, I feel they've kind of saturated the market because there's hundreds of Warhammer games. And, there's a few other games sneaking in there as well. So it's not all Warhammer games in the background here. But I bring it up because I keep getting emails from different companies that want me to do sponsored videos about their video games. Mainly mobile games. Now, I have a pretty strict code of ethics. I say a lot of things on this show that a lot of people disagree with. And that's perfectly within their right to disagree with me. But I hold myself to a certain moral standard, and that is I call it how I see it. I am not going to go out there and promote a video game for someone else that is full of microtransactions and egregious monetization, because I think it's morally reprehensible. So, if you're a person who works for one of these companies, someone in their media department, don't come to me and say, hey, show off our game that's full of things that are going to fuck people over, because that really irks me. It would be very wrong of me to turn around and promote a game that's full of monetization and say what a great action-packed, awesome adventure it is, blah, 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 blah. And then turn around and say, oh, but Games Workshop, fuck them for price gouging their customers. That would be so hypocritical of me and morally reprehensible in my book. So that's why I won't touch these things. If someone came to me and said, hey, Macca, you like to play a lot of Total Warhammer 2, how would you like to have a free copy of Total Warhammer 2 and show it off on your live streams or something? I'd be like, yeah, okay, cool, no worries, happy to do it. And I'd disclose the fact that, here's a free copy of the game given to me. But that's not what's happening here. What's happening to me here is they're saying, hey, advertise our game, we'll give you maybe money up front. More often than not, it's on the back end. If people click the links on my channel and then they go on to perform any microtransactions, I get a cut of the microtransactions. So it's in my favour to talk up the game and how good it is when that's not how I honestly feel. Now, I obviously don't want to make those videos, so every person that's come to me with one of these offers so far, I've turned them down. Respectfully, not rudely, but I've turned them down. And I've said to them, if they come back to me with something else, maybe I'd look into doing it. But as it stands right now, it is not morally right to go out, make a video talking about the games infested with microtransactions, because I think that the mobile gaming market is fucking atrocious right now. Because instead of putting out a product and then doing something like, I don't know, was it freeware or whatever it was that they used to do back in the 90s, where they say, oh, here's the first couple levels of our game, if you really like it, maybe pay us a few dollars to unlock the rest. That would be fine. But that's not what these companies do. Instead, they have all these different currencies like gems or gold or whatever. They have like a bullshit currency like silver, we'll call it. And silver, you always get hundreds of thousands of it. But you can't really do anything in the game with the silver. You need this other special currency, whether it's gold or gems or whatever. And the only way to get that currency, they give you a little bit to start with, here's 50 gems. But then you realise that, 50 gems is nothing. You need, 10,000 gems if you're going to get anywhere in this game. Now, you can buy 10,000 gems right now for just a bit of money. And it's not just a bit of money, it'll be a lot of money, something like that. I find those type of games horrible. And so I will never say to people to go out and try them or do them. So please, people who are in the media departments, marketing departments, and go, hey, would you like to advertise for us? No. No, I will not. And I'm sure people can guess at some of the games that were offered up to me to advertise, because every YouTuber seems to be doing some advertising for them right now. I'm not interested. I have a code of ethics that I will stick to. Now, will I lose out on money long term? No, I think it's actually smarter to play it this way, because at least the people who come to this channel know they're going to get my honest opinion. And that's worth more to me, I think, in the long term than people coming to this channel and me making a quick buck off them. So anyway, I know it's a short, boring video, but I just thought I'd put it out there. I'll add on at the end here. Man, the market is saturated. There are so many Warhammer properties out there, and a lot of them are atrocious fucking mobile games. There's some good ones. There's some diamonds in the rough. I have noticed, though, there's a lot of them bringing out one game, like, say, Vermintide, or Battlefleet Gothic, Armada, or Total Warhammer, and it's very bare bones. You don't really feel like you're getting your money's worth. And then, within a year or two later, they bring out Total Warhammer 2, or Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2, or Vermintide 2, and it's way better with way more detail and way more content. It's like, okay, was the first one like your demo? And I pay full price for it? Like, what's going on here? That I don't like either. Right now, there's so many Warhammer games out there, but the actual ones you want to play, you could probably narrow down to like one hand. Like, okay, Dawn of War. I really like Dawn of War 1 for the gameplay. I like Last Stand in Dawn of War 2, but apart from that, I don't like Dawn of War 2. Level 20 on all my characters, just for the record. I like Total Warhammer 2, of course. I don't mind Total Warhammer 1. They've both got their pros and cons. I think 2 is definitely the better of the two. Not at all interested in, say, Space Marine, for example. I don't like things that are completely against the canon or aren't related to canon, because like I've got no investment in it. Vermintide, I like Vermintide 2 a lot. I haven't really played much of Vermintide 1. I just watched some live streams of them. It was like, oh, it's the exact same thing over and over. At least Vermintide 2 has a bit more nuance. It is repetition, of course, or very repetitive, but yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, Battlefleet Gothic Armada. I have 1, haven't got 2. Want to get 2. Didn't mind 1, but the developers on these games, because Games Workshop's giving out a license to anyone and everyone. The people who develop these games, they drag their fucking feet when it comes to new content and balancing. It was almost a year from release to when they fixed the Eldar in Battlefleet Gothic Armada, so that Eldar players literally could just kite you endlessly in the game and just sit there out of range of your ships and hit you with pulsars, and there's just nothing you can do. It's fucking atrocious, and you could see the servers daily just dropping, and just all forum was just full of comments saying, nerf it, nerf it, nerf it, nerf it. Yeah. It just takes too long, till forever. And I've got Space Hulk Deathwing. I don't mind it, but again, sort of screaming for content. Just feels so bare bones, and that's like the definitive edition or whatever. I'm not exactly sure what they could do with it. Yeah, I don't know. But those are the sort of games I've liked and enjoyed. You know, a variety of strategy games, and adventure games, and yeah, it's alright. Anyway, back at the outer circle again. Short video, but hopefully you found it entertaining in your various corona lockdowns. Again, wash your hands, don't eat bats. It's that simple. See you all next time.